Hello everyone, I'm Geek Freak and welcome to the video. And welcome to my series, You Know What Ticks Me Off. This is the series where I point out the things that really ticks me off. From the internet to reality, games, movies, everyday stuff, etc, etc. From the really small things to the really big things. Some of you guys might get it, and some of you may not get it, as to why I make segments of the subject that I'm talking about. And these are segments that matters to me. Some of you might find them pointless, some of you might find them interesting. But if there's a certain thing in real life or on the internet or any books or games or etc that you want my thoughts on, and if that certain subject really ticks me off, I just might make a segment about it. So without further ado, let's resume with the video. Okay, in today's You Know What Really Ticks Me Off is going to be a little bit sensitive because it's going to be about creators who didn't finish their work. And this can be anybody. It could be someone who was creating a book or a game series, a movie series, and it is a person that made these things, not a studio or whatever. And the reason why they didn't finish the work is because, well, those people are dead. And the main person that got me inspired to make this video is the creator of Berserk, Kentaro Miura. Like I said, this is going to be very sensitive because I was a fan of the Berserk manga, and Kentaro took a hell of a long time to create this manga. And yes, I know Kentaro liked to, put a lot of detail into his manga, and sometimes he would go on hiatuses. And you know what? That's fine. And for him to die and leave his work behind without finishing it is such a letdown, because I'm pretty sure that all of us wanted to know what would happen at the end of Berserk. Like, what would happen to Griffith, what would happen to Guts, what would happen to, like, literally everybody at the end of the story. The Berserk story had treachery, drama, shock. It was an all-about great manga. And we all know what would happen to Griffith, what would happen to Guts. And listen guys, don't think I'm trying to be disrespectful. And I understand, yes, Kentaro died and there's nothing we can do about it. And God bless him and may he rest in peace. And you know what, it's not his fault. It's just something that life hits us with. And that is completely understandable. So yeah, I just want to get that out of the way. And with that said, let's resume with the video. You know what really ticks me off? When a creator dies without finishing his work. Like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I'm not trying to point the finger at anybody or anything like that. Again, it could be a movie series or a book series or a manga series or a game series or whatever. And then halfway through the series or nearly finishing the series, the creator of these movie series and whatever dies. Now, there has been a lot of people who have died without finishing their work. And it's sad that we'll never ever know what happened at the end of these stories. Like again, with Kentaro with Berserk. He died a few months ago, and we will never know what will happen at the end of the manga. And it also happened with High School of the Dead. I'll tell you guys something. High School of the Dead had a lot of potential, and no, it's not because they had boobs or it had fan service or something like that. I really did love High School of the Dead because of its premise. And sadly, the creator of that manga also died. May he rest in peace. And I'm sure that you guys have watched a movie series or read a book or read a manga or a game, whatever, and the creator of these series have died. And your reaction would probably be, oh no, the creator of this series has died, may he rest in peace, and we will never know what happens at the end of the story. You guys have probably done this, or you probably know somebody who has done this, or you probably think somebody has thought about this. And you know what, we've all thought about this. And it's sad that we'll never find out what happens at the end of Berserk. It's really sad, and we should appreciate the work that all these creators have made and left behind. But you know what, I have an idea on how future creators can avoid their work being uncompleted after the creators have died. And no, it's not, oh, they should not just die. I really do have an idea on how the creators can be assured that their work will be 100% completed after their deaths. And it is this. The creators should write down everything of what they want to do with the series, just in case they do die. Now, what am I saying? What am I talking about? Well, just think about this for a sec. I don't know how manga artists or manga storytellers think. And I don't know how they plan out their manga. I don't know if they just go with the flow or they just wait to see how the fans react and he takes the ideas from the fans. The thing is, I don't know. But let's just say, for example, that you do know where you want your story to go and where all these characters are going to go. Maybe you've got like a rough draft in your head. So let's just say, for example, that you've got all these ideas in your head of what you want to write for the story, for your book or for your game or for your movie or for your novel or for your manga. Basically putting all your ideas on paper before you start drawing or start writing the script or whatever. And maybe, as the story progresses, you might think to yourself, okay, so far my story is going on well, and since I'm halfway through the story or I'm nearly at the end of the story, I think I'll make a few changes here or you write down the last half of the story of what you want to do, and then you put it into a script or put it into the manga or game or whatever. And that's exactly what creators should do. They should write down all their ideas on paper first and then create the script or create the manga or whatever. And then if something does happen to the creator of this series, like he dies or he's in a coma or something, I mean, God forbid, but at the very least, he would have left notes behind saying, okay, this is what I want to do with these characters, this is where I want the story to end. Again, I don't know how the manga artists work, if they just go with the flow, or they had all their ideas in their head and they said, okay, this is what we're going to do after that, this is what we're going to do after that. Seriously, I do not know how these guys work. But let's just say, for example, that they did write down everything down before they started making the manga. That, in my opinion, is what all manga creators, all novel creators, game creators, etc., 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 should do before they start creating the next chapters or the next page or the next movie or whatever. You know, like reinsurance. And again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but I think this is actually a good idea just in case they do keel over. That's my idea anyways. Or at the very least, they should take notes. Like, for example, let's just say, for example, that the manga artist wrote down the fourth act of what he wanted to do for the ending, but he was only halfway through the manga, and then, sadly, he dies. At the very least, somebody could take that person's place, and that person could read the notes of the person who died, and it would say something along the lines of, okay, this person is supposed to go over there, and this character is supposed to end up with this person, or that person is supposed to die, you know, stuff like that. I mean, come on, it's better than nothing if you ask me. Again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, and I know it's nobody's fault, but it's just sad that our favourite stories will never ever be finished because the author or the storyteller has died. And you know what? That's what some storytellers should do. They should like leave notes or like leave a rough draft of the story of what they want to do. And then that way, if that person dies in the middle of creating this manga or this game or whatever, at the very least, he will leave notes behind saying that, okay, this is what I want to do with this and this is what I want to do with that. At the very least, we will have closure, knowing this is what the author wanted to do with the story and what will happen to all these characters and so on. And that, my friends, is what really ticks me off. So what do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Is there a piece of work out there that you love but the creator of the series died? Please let me know in the comment section below and let's get a discussion going. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching. And if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put the bell on, share this video, and leave a comment in the comment sections below. And as for my social medias, I'm literally freaking everywhere! I'm on most video platforms, social medias, forums, and support sites. It's best to pause the video and see where I am. Literally all of this is down in the description box below. So if you want to go and check those out, please do. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.